It's senior weekend for the Oregon Tech baseball team and for the Hustlin' Owls. A chance to try to clinch the number 3 seed in the Cascade Conference Tournament and a chance to try to run a win streak here at home to 16 straight as we welcome you live here to Steen Sports Park here in Klamath Falls. It's Tech and Bushnell University live here on the Owl Sports Network. Mike Safford with you as Tim Williams gets the ball for the final time in the regular season for Tech. And the ace of the staff 6-0 with a 3.43 ERA, and will face a high-powered Bushnell lineup, a team that is playing on grass for the first time this year. Bushnell comes in at 31-15. They are 3 games back of Tech in the league standings, needing a series sweep to claim the number 3 seed and avoid that first-round game, that 4-5 matchup against most likely College of Idaho, coming up next Friday. The lineup for Bushnell and their interim coach, Jamie Womack. Leading off is the shortstop Chase Nye, followed by right fielder Albert Jennings and designated hitter Jordan Wilson. The middle of the order is Ethan Stacy at third, Kate Christ, the first baseman, and Will Hudler, the center fielder. Nate Stevens will catch and bat 7th. Dylan Carson, the left fielder, will hit 8th. And Reese Carganilla will be the second baseman and bat 9th. These teams met back in February to open the conference season. Bushnell took 2 of 3 up in Springfield, all of them close games. In fact, Tech squandered leads in the first 2 meetings of that series. And at the end of the day, when you look at the conference race, those 2 games loom large in terms of the fact that Tech would be right square in the thick of the conference title race if they would have hung on in those 2 games. But for Oregon Tech today, they can only take care of business here and try to do things well against a Bushnell team that is playing here in Klamath Falls for just the second time. Last time they played here was back in 2022. Leading off the Bushnell first is the shortstop, number 1, Chase Nye. So we're set to go. And I apologize, our score bug right now, not operable. So it's just going to sit there for now. Our person who runs it running just a tad bit late, and that's happened sometimes. So I'll do my best to update the score when we get there, as the batter will be Chase Nye to start things off. And our first pitch will come 2 minutes early today at 10:58, and the pitch is lined deep down the right field side, but will hook foul. Strike 1 to Nye. We have a threat of rain this entire weekend, and it is something that could loom large at some point. In fact, there's rain all around us right now, but so far, nothing here at the ballpark. The goal is if we can get 2 games in today, we're going to be in good shape. 0-1 to Nye. Line drive, base hit right back through the middle. Bushnell gets off to a quick start. Single by Nye on a breaking ball by Williams over the middle of the plate, and a runner aboard with nobody out. Batting second, right fielder, number 7, Albert Jennings. So typically, if you're watching our stream, you'll see there's a base runner at first, and you'll see the fact that what the count is and stuff. But once Andrew gets here, had a class run long today. That happens when you're working with student workers. Albert Jennings had a huge weekend last weekend for Bushnell, as Williams fastball down and away for ball 1. Tim, in his first start against Bushnell back in February, qualified for a chance at a win. 6 innings, 4 runs, 7 hits, but the bullpen couldn't hold it, and Bushnell rallied and walked off Tech in that one by a score of 9-8. And the pitch to Jennings swung on and fouled off. Albert Jennings, a transfer from Tacoma Community College. 9 home runs, 25 knocked in, had a couple dingers last weekend. Big, powerful, left-handed bat from the Puget Sound area. Runner at first with nobody out, and Williams from the stretch with the runner on, and he will throw over to first. Tech defensively, their Game 1 and Game 3 defensive alignment. Macy, Berry, Ortiz at first. Syracuse at second, the outfield of Tam, Bradshaw, and Jones. Tim Williams is 1-1. Fastball through it by Albert Jennings, strike 2. This is a Bushnell team that will strike out. They lead the league in strikeouts. That's batting strikeouts. Pushing 400 on the year. So it's feast or famine at times for a Beacons team that hits at 288. 1-2 pitch. A fastball that's elevated. Not much wind to speak of at the present time. That is something that can make a big difference here at the ballpark. 2-2 by Williams. Outside and low. Now decision time for the Beaks. Do they send Nye, who has 9 stolen bases, on a 3-2 pitch with nobody out? Albert Jennings. See if he can put a ball in play. Williams doesn't walk many guys. The pitch he goes. Swing and a miss. Throw through to second on a hop. Tag there, and it's dropped by Barry. And at second base on the strikeout and the stolen base is Nye. Good throw by Horner right on the corner of the bag. That's why he's going to play following this year for sure.
Batting third, designated hitter, number 34, Jordan Wilson.
Now here comes the top home run guy in the league in Jordan Wilson. A guy who is as dangerous as anybody in the Cascade. 15 home runs on the year. And the pitch to Wilson is high. The senior from Menifee, California, hitting 288, has those 15 bombs. He's driven in 46. Trying to deliver, chase Nye from second and get get Bushnell on the board here early. And the delivery. Fastball again high. 2-0. Again, 2 today, 2 tomorrow. Sandwich between the first pitch dinner that's tonight. The biggest fundraiser of the year for Tech Baseball. That'll be at the College Union at 6:30. Looking forward to that for sure. Williams works from his stretch. Runner going to go for third. The curveball swung on and hammered foul off the left field side. So they look to send the runner. Nye had a decent jump on Williams. It was a curveball down and in, and it was fouled off by Wilson, who has 39 career home runs. The back pick to second, kind of expected that one. Saracusa was the one who tried to sneak in behind. Wilson with 39 home runs, Horner with 40 for Tech, and Charlie Updegrave with 41. That leads the all-time Cascade Conference mark. The pitch, swing and a miss on a high fastball. It's 2-2. Tim Williams, upper 80s with that fastball. Maybe not there today with the temperatures in the lower 50s, not as warm as it's been. Runner at second with one away, and the 2-2. Fastball high and tight, ball 3. Williams always animated out on the mound. Has first base open, though. So you don't have to give Wilson a pitch to drive. 3-2. Breaking ball inside and low, ball 4. So 2 on for Bush now, only 1 out, and a left-handed bat, and Ethan Stacy coming up.
Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 8, Ethan Stacy.
So the batter's Ethan Stacy. Young man from Australia. 5 homers, 30 knocked in on the year. Good contact guy. Good 2-strike approach for him as well. And he chokes way up on top of the bat. And the pitch to Stacy, showing bunt, and pulls the bat back down, ball 1. A ball, no strikes. No score, we're in the first. I can hear the jets flying above. As the 1-0 pitch to Stacy, inside again. Crowd liked it. Count to 2 balls and no strikes. Nye led off with a base hit. Stole second on a strikeout by Jennings, and then Wilson walks on a full count. Now a 2-ball, no strike count here to Stacy. And Williams to home plate, and that's swung on a high fly ball, deep center field, but playable. Bradshaw's underneath it. He'll make the catch. Tagging and heading to third will move Chase Nye on the fly ball out. So 2 away. And the batter's Cade Christ.
Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 5, Cade Christ.
So Cade Christ, hometown kid from Springfield. His younger brother, Eli, a red shirt on the team. As they throw to first, just back to the bag on a back pick that time. Diving into the bag was Wilson. Ortiz thought he had him. Cade Christ, 11 homers, 40 knocked in. They'll throw back over to first one more time. Outfield will play him a little bit around to left. First and third with 2 away, and Williams from the belt in his pitch. Inside and high to the right-hand hitter. 1-0. Both these teams in the postseason. There's probability they'll probably face each other at some point next weekend. 1-0. Curveball missed the inner half of the plate. LC State, UBC play a 4-game series in Lewiston this weekend. If LC wins the series, these 2 teams head to Idaho next weekend. If UBC splits or wins the series, we all pack our bags with our passports and have to head to Vancouver. The winner of that tournament gets an automatic bid to the NAI Championships. Bushnell got it last year, as that pitch is a strike. Bushnell is the 4 seed last year, went undefeated in that tournament, and ended up having to go down to Georgia for the opening round. 2-1. Curveball for a strike. And Tim Williams typically works quickly. Today you can see him a little more methodical out there on the mound. Trying to get Cade Christ here and get out of the jam. They're going to try to come home. The throw there. Horner is going to get him gunned down. They tried to steal home with Nye, and Matt Ortiz came down, made the play quickly. No runs, a hit, 1 laugh. We go bottom of 1. Scoreless here in Klamath.
Experience is everything at Klamath Falls Toyota. Experience digital solutions like an online buying process, fast and easy. Estimate your payments. Nice. Value your trade-in and get pre-approved for financing. Do all the paperwork remotely. Choose in-person pickup or at-home delivery. We even offer airport pickup. Klamath Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
The comfort of home has never been more important, which is why we're committed to delivering affordable, reliable power. Our reliability track record is 99.98%, and we're always working on new and better ways to go even further.
It'll be a left-hander, Austin Wolf, to face Oregon Tech today. And the sophomore from Beaverton, good marks on the season for Bushnell. 2-1, 4.74 ERA, 49 innings, 30, make it 26 earned runs, 53 hits. 17 walks, he has struck out 48 opposing hitters, hitting .265 against, and the Beacons took a chance there with first and third after the throw to first. They tried to get Nye to steal home, and Matt Ortiz gunned him out by 10 feet. So we're set to go here. It'll be Barry Horner-Jones, Ortiz, Macy Tam, Mizuta Bradshaw, and Saracusa, the 9 for the Hustlin' Owls.
Leading off the Oregon Tech first.
So Pat Barry to lead it off, 380 hitter on the season, the senior from Reno with 37 knocked in. And Pat Barry, one of the 18 seniors that'll get honored tomorrow. And Wolf's pitch to him at the knees for a called strike. Patrick Barry was a guest yesterday locally on radio on Ball in the Basin. We shared it on our social media channels, so you can go out and listen to that great interview maybe between games as Wolf hits the outside edge with a fastball, and he's in a hole at 0-2. Barry, an amazing season, 15 doubles, 4 triples, had a 37-game hit streak early in the campaign as Wolf spikes this one. For Bushnell, the ability to play on a regular surface, on a natural surface, something they have not done in the first 46 games this year. Will that make a difference? We don't know. We'll find out. As the pitch to Barry bounces in, and it's 2-2. They play their games at Hamlin Sports Complex in Springfield on the opposite side of I-5 from their campus. A small ballpark that was also used for summer collegiate ball as Barry swings and fouls this one off the Springfield Drifters, are in the West Coast League. Very similar to the same league that the Klamath Falls Gems played in a decade ago. And that foul tip might have caught our plate umpire just a bit, as it was fouled straight back. Looks like it might have caught him on his right hand. That'll sting just a bit. Always got to try to keep that hand in a spot where you're not going to catch the brunt of it. And for an umpire, right hand is very important. So is the left hand for an umpire. You think about the duty for the umpire. Right hand is where you make all your calls with. But your left hand is the one that you hold your indicator. And so it's just as important, because even though we keep the count on the board, the official count when it all comes to balls and strikes actually is kept on the field. And it's by the men in blue, or today in black. And there's been times, it was in a big league game earlier this year, I think it was Oakland and Seattle, and a batter walked on 5 balls and not 4 balls, and it had nothing to do with what they had upstairs or on the boards in the stadium, but the umpires just had them play on. And so it's kind of like the down marker in college football. Even though it's so archaic, that down marker is there, and if it says third down, well, it's third down, even though you might not think. Nicole Kandra, athletic trainer. Hey, she and I wearing the same sweatshirt today. We're twinsies today. And it looks like he'll be okay. He's like, I'm not throwing the ball out to the hill. So after a lengthy little delay, Pat Barry, who fell behind 0-2, worked the count to 2-2, fouled a pitch off. They're going to give Wolf a chance to throw a pitch after a long delay. And now everybody will hop in the box. Pat Barry from the left side, Wolf from the left side, and the pitch is a line drive base hit into right field. So a great at-bat there for Patrick Berry, battling and finally able to line that one into right. And Tech has the leadoff man on.
Batting second, the catcher, number 17, Tyler Horner.
Well, up steps Tyler Horner. And tomorrow will be a special day for him, the final time he puts on the uniform here in this ballpark. And the pitch to Horner nearly hit him, ball one. And it'll cap a career here at home that he has completely rewrote the Oregon Tech record books. And not only the Oregon Tech record books, but the Cascade Conference record books. That's the kind of career he has had, as Wolves pitch a curveball at the knees. No player in league history has had more hits than Tyler Horner, more doubles than Tyler Horner, and he's 3 runs batted in away from breaking the all-time runs batted in mark. 1-1. Swung on, line drive right field coming in. Jennings, he'll have to play that one on a hop. So back-to-back hits to start it for Tech. And for Tyler Horner, he is now 9 hits away from 300 in his Oregon Tech career.
Attention please, courtesy runner at first, 33, Michael Daniel, the batter. The right fielder, number 18, Julian Jones.
So Mike O'Daniel to run for Horner. Great speed on the base paths for Tech. And here's Julian Jones, another guy whose name is etched at the top of the Oregon Tech record books. 2 on and nobody out. And Wolf's pitch is a swing and a line drive. That's into center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. To third base comes Berry. He will have to be held. He had to check to make sure that that ball was going to get through. So 3 hits to start the day for Tech. And they're loaded for Matthew Ortiz.
The first baseman, number 8, Matthew Ortiz.
Berry had to make sure that that ball was going to get over Nye's head at shortstop. If he got a normal jump, he scores. As the center fielder Hudler did not get a great break on it. Here's Matt Ortiz. And the pitch to the seniors, a ground ball, hard hit. That's through a base hit. One going to score. They're going to bring O'Daniel around. He's going to score as well. Heading to third base goes Jones. Julian Jones is safe. Ortiz gets second. Unbelievable. A swim slide there at third base. And Jones able to elude it. And Tech takes a 2-0 lead. What a slide at third by Jones to elude the tag. And Bushnell has given up 4 hits to start the game. And the skipper and Jamie Womack going out to have a chat to say, hey, and he's going to lose that. We'll see if he'll lose that conversation. They'll come over and ask, but I don't think there's any way that the plate umpire was going to be able to make that call. We'll see what they decide. Believe it'll be a safe call, as Jones was able to swim around the tack. Nonetheless, it's 2-0 Oregon Tech. On the first pitch, Ortiz lines it through the right side, and they will call safe.
He'll play the third baseman, number 25, Logan Macy.
So the 4 seniors at the top of the order for Tech, all able to get aboard. And on that throw to third base, Ortiz able to get an extra 90. And a quick start here for Tech against Wolf as Logan Macy takes a curveball for a strike. Ortiz with that knock, now with 48 knocked in on the year. Logan Macy hitting .293, and the pitch to him is a swing and a hard hit ground ball. Drills the umpire. It'll be a single. Everybody will be safe, and it is 3-0 in favor of the Hustlin' Owls. Field umpire got absolutely drilled. It goes as a single. The run will score. Tech has a 3-0 lead. And so they'll make sure that he is okay. Each runner should get 90 feet. At least that's how I've always read it. As that umpire got it dead square in the thigh. That ball absolutely a rocket up the middle by Logan Macy. It would have scored 2. Umpires are telling Kevin Olmsted, the third base coach, hey, that the runners will not get to advance. So it will be a single, but you can't give up a base. But Tech not moving any of their runners around yet. We'll see what they decide. That one's going to sting a bit for the field umpire. Got him right in the thigh. And he went down in a heap. And I can see the Bushnell infield sitting there hamming it up with him. That's about all you can do. So we've had 2 delays early. The batter will be Colatam. And now the plate umpire going to come out and have a chat with Ricky Walker, probably to talk about how they're going to rule this. And Nicole Candra has already had too much time to talk about things. And so they're going to have a conversation on the mound. Nonetheless, it's guaranteed a single for Logan Macy. The question then is whether or not the runners on base get 90 feet. And Ricky Walker going through and talking with the plate umpire. And big spot here early with a guy in Colatam coming up who struggled mightily last week. For now, at least on the board, it is 3-0. If they have to move the runners back, it'll be 2-0 with them loaded and nobody out. And they're going to move the runners back to second and third. Nonetheless, Colatam going to be the batter. Still nobody out.
The batter, the left fielder, Colatam.
Kevin Olmsted did a smart thing and told the plate umpire while that was all going on, saying, hey, you saw that they went out and made a mound visit. So we've seen some craziness here early. 5 hits for Tech, yet only 2 runs. Still nobody out. And that's just unlucky for Logan Macy. Should have been a 2-run single. But Bushnell an opportunity to try to get themselves in if they can get a strikeout, a ground out. And the pitch to Tam. Swinging, there's a double play. Ball hit to short. They'll flip to second. They get 1. The throw on to first is in time for a double play. But Tech will get that 3rd run. So it is 3-0. But now 2 outs for Keanu Mizuta.
The designated hitter, Keanu Mizuta.
And for Bushnell, you're going to take that. But for Tech, it should have been 4-0 and a double play ball with 2 outs. That's an extra, it's a run that's off the board. Beacons will take it, though. Here's Keanu Mizuta, had a big series last week, and he swings and hits a line drive down the left field line, in there for extra bases. 6th hit of the inning for Tech. They will get that 4th run on an RBI double from Keanu Mizuta. Make it 4-0 Hustlin' Owls. Jumped on the first pitch and hammered it down into the left field corner.
The center fielder, Dane Bradshaw.
So it all worked out in the end. Mizuta with his 12th double of the year, as he took the first pitch and just lined it into the left field corner. 8th batter here in the inning is Dane Bradshaw. He shows bunt, drops it down in the air, foul off the third base side. Stacy came in, but was a little bit late. Ethan Stacy at third. Chase Nye at short. Reese Carganilla at second. Cade Christ at first. The outfield, Carson, Hudler, and Jennings, with Nate Stevens doing the catching. 0-1 to Dane Bradshaw. It's a changeup, a good one on the inner half of the plate. Bradshaw over the top of it, strike two. Singles in the inning by Barry, Horner, Jones, Ortiz, and Macy. And now the double by Mizuta. The 0-2 to Dane Bradshaw. A swing and a hard hit ground ball to third. Slub there. And the long toss across by Stacy in time to end the inning. However, Tech with a big statement early. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors, 1 left. We go to the second, Tech leading 4-0.
The cars we drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi, because whether you've driven 1 mile or 1,000, when you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
We go to the second, 4-0, good guys, as it'll be Kristen Hudler and Stevens to face the right-hander Tim Williams. Tech with 6 first-inning hits. The first 5 reach in order, as Tim Williams trying to get a lockdown inning and misses high and away to Chris for ball 1. Chris was at the plate with a 2-strike count back in the first inning. With runners at first and third, Williams made a move to first. The runner at third tried to score. Tech threw him out by 10 feet. As the pitch inside and high for ball 2. Tim Williams, 17 pitches in that first inning, but only threw 8 strikes. He was effectively wild. Chris, as we mentioned in the first, big power guy. And Williams pitched to him high again, ball 3. So after a long half inning, now Williams going to have to refine that rhythm. Williams will start game 1 today. We'll see Landon Chaney in the nightcap, and then tomorrow Bronson Chappell and Carson Glavich. 3-0. That's on the outside edge. Tech needing 1 win out of the 4-game set to clinch the 3 seed in the conference tournament. But they need to pile up wins, as the toss of the plate fouled straight off the mask of Tyler Horner. Tech at 33-11. They were number 7 in the West Arc this week. That determines one of the 15 at-large bids to the NAI National Championships. As high as they've ever been. But wins keep you climbing, that's for sure. 3-2. High for ball 4. Second walk for Tim Williams and Chris DeBoard with nobody out.
Center fielder, Will Hudler.
So a man on, and Will Hudler, the batter. Kid from Overland Park, Texas. Corbin, a team that will run. And that pitch popped up into shallow right. Coming in, Julian Jones will have it. The Gold Glove outfielder to make the play. 1 out.
the catcher, Nate Stevens.
So Hudler turned away. Nate Stevens, the batter. So it's what you like. You put a guy on and you get a one pitch out to kind of change the complexion of the inning. Stevens, the top hitter at 363. And the pitch by Williams, a swinging strike. Came in on the hands with a four-seam fastball. Stevens, a transfer from Washington State, originally from Wisconsin. Waukene, Wisconsin. So throw over to first base, trying to keep the runner honest. Outfield plays him straight away, fairly deep. Long pause by Williams. The pitch to the left-hand batter, just off the outside edge. The count 1-1. Runner at first with one away. Tech with a 4-0 lead. And the righty's pitch is a swing and the double play ball hit to Siracusa. He'll flip to Barry, on to first. Load bug out there. They get him. Inning over. Matt Ortiz trying to web gem it like his big bro did last night on ESPN. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We go bottom second. Tech leading 4-0.
Experience is everything at Klamath Falls Toyota. Experience digital solutions like an online buying process, fast and easy. Estimate your payments. Nice. Value your trade-in and get pre-approved for financing. Do all the paperwork remotely. Choose in-person pickup or at-home delivery. We even offer airport pickup. Klamath Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bottom of the second inning here from Steen Sports Park in Klamath. Tech will have Siracusa, Berry, and Horner set to go, leading by a score of 4-0.
Leading off the Oregon Tech second baseman Corey Siracusa.
As up steps Corey Siracusa, who benefited his parents in town for senior weekend. And we got some great goodies from the Islands. They watch almost every single game, whether it's on the Owl Sports Network or wherever Tech goes. And Siracusa takes a pitch high and away for a ball. We got the dark chocolate macadamia nuts and some great cookies as well. Those will be eaten by the staff here as the pitch sky to center. Shallow center, and in will come Hudler. And he'll make the catch for the out. One away.
The shortstop, Patrick Berry.
Wonder if Will Hudler's dad watching the game today. Know that it was a travel day. Actually, not a travel day for the Royals, as the pitcher called strike. His dad, Rex, a longtime big leaguer and now the analyst for Kansas City's broadcast team. Pat Berry's taking a strike, shows bunt, drops it down, a drag bunt. First base side, going to be a tough play. They will not get Berry, and the ball ends up down the right field line. Berry gets to second. They're going to try to get him to third, and he will be in there, a single and a two-base throwing error. And it'll give Tyler Horner a chance with a runner in scoring position.
Catcher Tyler Horner.
Speaking of big leagues, and speaking of pro ball, Tyler Horner, his dad working in the Florida State League with the Pirates affiliate there. Horner singled his first time up and fouls this one off. So Barry to third with one out. Tyler Horner trying to add to his 59 RBI on the year. And the pitch here, and that pitch hammered foul off the right field side. That went up into the homer deck, which today in the porch, it looks like the party zone has about 10 cars right now. 0-2. Curveball popped up into shallow center. Out goes the shortstop, Nye. And he'll make the catch for the first out. It's a good pitch sequence by Wolf to be able to get Horner. Elevated the fastball 0-2 and got him to hit under it.
Right fielder Julian Jones.
Bushnell not bringing the infield in against Jones. Trailing by 4 here in the second. And the lefty's pitch. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball from Wolf, who on the season, good walk to strikeout numbers. 12. He has 17 walks and 48 strikeouts. Trying to pick up Patrick Berry from third with 2 away. And the toss of the plate, and that pitch is fouled off. That's why they're not playing the infield in. Come on, smart man. For some reason, thought there was only 1 out. There's actually 2. So, no, you're not going to bring the infield in. Wolf trying to pitch his way out of a jam. And the 0-2 to Jones. Swung on, hard hit ground ball towards short. Nice backhanded pick by Nye. His throw low, and he can't make the play. Tech will take advantage of the throwing error. And it's 5-0. A good throw gets Julian Jones.
The first baseman, Matthew Ortiz.
Didn't get a chance to talk about, we're talking big league baseball and pro baseball. Didn't get a chance to talk about Joey. Matt's brother was in SportsCenter top 10s last night for a great play he made for the Crew. And the pitch to home plate, that one bounces in for ball 1. Good to see Joey Ortiz off the disabled list. He was there for a bit. Everyday shortstop for Milwaukee. Runner at second with 2 outs. And Wolf looking back at Jones, who leads the league in stolen bases. And that pitch is downstairs. Tech with more than 40 stolen bases, more than the second best base stealing team in the league. 131 on the year. And the pitch by Wolf, a curveball down low with ball 3. And waiting on deck is Logan Macy, who hit I believe they said off the bat it was near 100 mile an hour. And it drilled the field umpire right in the leg. Should have been a 2-run single. Runner's going to go. The pitch is low. Throw through to third base on a hop. It kicks away, but not far enough for the runner to advance. The pitch was a called strike. So Jones with his 26th stolen base. The count is now 3-1. And so a base hit here would get Tech another. Ortiz had a 2-run single his first time up. And the 3-1, strike 2 called on the inside edge. Two errors in the inning for Bushnell have allowed a run to score and kept the inning going. 3-2, swung on, hard hit ground ball at short. Kind of friendly hop for Nye. This time his throw is on the money, and the side is retired. But Tech will add to the lead. A run on a hit, they commit 2 errors and strand a runner at third. We're going to the third. 5-0 Tech here on the Owl Sports Network.
These days, you can eat about any kind of pizza in any kind of environment, and that's great. But at Abby's, our customers today want the same things our customers wanted way back in 1964. Delicious pizza, shared with family and friends in a fun, casual setting. If that sounds old-fashioned, that's sort of the point. From our 36 locations, Abby serves the kind of traditional pizza that traditions are made of. Good to the last slice. Abby's, a legendary pizza tradition. Yum.
Said I'm all about it. Yeah, I'm all about it. Said I'm all about it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Said I'm all about it. Yeah, I'm all about it. Said I'm all about it. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Quick start for Tech here this afternoon. They lead 5-0 on the strength of 7 hits. And for the Beacons, no runs, a hit. They've committed a couple errors. Elsewhere around the league this weekend, Eastern Oregon is in Caldwell, Idaho to take on C of I. Corbin up at Warner Pacific for a 4-game series. That I believe starts today. And then the big one is LC State playing host to UBC to determine the regular season title. Dylan Carson swings at strike 1, the junior from Eugene, and he takes a changeup inside from Tim Williams, and the count is a ball and a strike. Carson 4 homers and 16 knocked in. Right-hand hitter, slightly open stance, and the 1-1 delivery. Breaking ball popped up in behind second. I think Jones is going to call off Saracusa, and she'll make the catch. Always great to get the leadoff man.
Second baseman Reese Carganilla.
To the bottom of the order, and senior Reese Carganilla. Kid from Honolulu. Guessing he and Kalatam and Chase Adani, all the same year, know each other as the pitch rolled is short. Barry stays down, but his throw way high. And it's going to roll down the left field side. Very rare throwing error for Patrick Barry. And a base runner for Bushnell. And the top of the order set to come up.
Shortstop Chase Nye.
That was a routine ground ball. Barry, I think, had more time than he anticipated. And Tech, which leads the NAI in fielding percentage at over 980. On pace to break the all-time fielding percentage record. Chase Nye singled his first time up. And he swings and pops this one up, foul. That is not Chase Nye at the plate. That is Jake Stoner. And so I'm guessing Stoner must have come in for Nye to start the bottom of the first. But as typically in baseball, the umpires don't give you any of that thought. So we'll get him put back into the lineup. Stoner had a big day against LC State on Sunday. Hit a walk-off solo homer in the bottom of the 11th. So Stoner has taken over at shortstop. Nye must have gotten injured on that play at home plate when he was thrown out. Stoner takes a change, a little low and in. Oregon Tech fans wanted that one. Looked like a changeup on the inner third. Plate umpire thought low. Runner at first, one out. And Williams with the pause. And he will throw over to first base. Jacob Stoner from Puyallup, Washington, went to the new high school there, Emerald Ridge. Transferred in from Tacoma Community College. A few TCC guys on this Bushnell team. 2-1. Stoner fouls it straight back into the screen, and it's 2-2. We're coming to you live here from Bocce Field at Steen Sports Park in Klamath Falls on a cloudy Friday nearing noontime. Rain expected, but we haven't had anything too bad as of yet. 2-2 pitch. Stoner again fouls one off. On deck is Albert Jennings. Tim Williams looking for a double play ball to get him out of trouble. He did that last inning, as Nate Stevens rolled into the inning-ending double play. 2-2. Overthrew the off-speed pitch, and the count goes to 3-2. Back in the first, Jamie Womack sent the runner over at first base in a similar count. Do they send the runner 3-2 with one out? And Williams will throw over thinking, yeah, he might be going. The slugger Jordan Wilson is the batter on deck. 5-0 Tech, one out here in the third. And Williams with the pause. Runner stays. The pitch a curveball, and it's fouled off. Tech's bullpen is as rested as it's ever been. With the great starting pitching that the Owls have gotten the last 2 weeks, guys are as fresh as could be down there. Maybe too fresh. 3-2 stays. There's a runner and a swing and a miss on a good changeup. Down on strikes goes Stoner for the second out.
Right fielder, Albert Jennings.
So the batter's Albert Jennings. Jennings walked his first time up. Long pause there by Williams. The pitch to Jennings, a high fastball off the outside corner, ball one. Five nothing, Hustling Owls. Big 4-run first, the big blow. And the delivery. Swung on, fly ball deep right center. Jones drifting back, he's going to get there. He'll give way to Bradshaw, who makes the catch. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, an error, and a man left. We go bottom three. Tech leading 5-0.
Papa Murphy's new cheesy stuffed crust pizza. Made fresh by us, baked fresh by you. Starting at $13.99, it's the hottest, meltiest stuffed crust pizza you'll ever have. Because it goes straight from our kitchen to yours. For fresh out of your oven, piping hot, cheesy goodness. It's what stuffed crust pizza should be.
Experience is everything at Klamath Falls Toyota. Experience digital solutions like an online buying process, fast and easy. Estimate your payments. Nice. Value your trade-in and get pre-approved for financing. Do all the paperwork remotely. Choose in-person pickup or at-home delivery. We even offer airport pickup. Klamath Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
The comfort of home has never been more important, which is why we're committed to delivering affordable, reliable power. Our reliability track record is 99.98%, and we're always working on new and better ways to go even further.
Leading off the Oregon Tech third baseman, Logan Macy.
Glad you could join us here from Steen Sports Park on a late Friday morning, just about to be afternoon here in the Basin. Logan Macy to start it off for Tech, and Wolf's pitch to him a little high for ball one. Macy hit a missile off the thigh of the field umpire as he was in his normal position with a left-handed pitcher out there. It ended up being a single. All the runners had to hold on that play. Tech was able to get both runners that would have scored on his hit in later in the frame as Macy hits one off the end of the bat, shallow left, playable out there for Carson, and he drifts over and makes the catch for the first out. So one away, Kala Tam, the batter.
The left fielder, Kala Tam.
Kala sent me a note the other day, said, Mike, can you change my walk-up song? Had a rough weekend at the plate. Can you change it up for me? So we did. And what did Kala Tam do the first time he came up? Grounded into a double play, not great, but he delivered a run on it. So there's a silver lining to that. And for Tam, he picked up RBI number 39 as he takes a pitch high for ball two. Last weekend, the guys were chiding him down in the dugout as during the Corbin series, he broke Tech's all-time strikeouts record. Not the one you want to have, but they were treating it with him down there like they did a couple years back when Corey Siracusa broke the hit-by-pitch record, which now has subsequently been broken by teammate Julian Jones. As the pitch by Wolf there for a strike, it's 3-1. But the things that Tam has done outside of that in his 4 years, he's been outstanding. 3-1, swung on, he fouls it off. Top 15 all time in hits, runs scored, RBI, home runs. Number 2 all time in stolen bases. 23 of those this year. 1 out and a 3-2 pitch sent to come here from Austin Wolf. And he got Tam to swing at it. Elevated the fastball. Tam couldn't catch up. 2 down.
The designated hitter, Keanu Mizuta.
Up steps Keanu Mizuta. Guy who has really had a great second half of the year. His batting average up to .311, 11 doubles and 3 home runs. And he doubled homer run in the first inning. Hit a towering home run right-handed against Corbin last Sunday afternoon. 0-1. Swung on, he fouls this one up. Actually, it was last Saturday afternoon. It was Easter Sunday. Wolf tried to have a quick third after laboring through the first 2. And he gets Mizuta on a pitch that looked up. Strike 3. And a 1-2-3 third for Austin Wolf. We go to the 4th, 5-0 Tech in the Owl Sports Network.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown! Woo! Mountain Dew!
The comfort of home has never been more important, which is why we're committed to delivering affordable, reliable power. Our reliability track record is 99.98%, and we're always working on new and better ways to go even further.
Tim Wilson out for his 4th inning of work. Tech leading by a score of 5-0 for Tim Wilson so far this afternoon. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, gave up a leadoff single to start the game, and that's been it. Has a good changeup on the inner half of the plate, and swinging over the top is Wilson for strike 1. Wilson walked his first time up. As the pitch to the plate, a swinging strike again. And it's quickly 0-2. Wilson, those 15 home runs, 46 RBI, and the delivery, that's just low. Pitch trying to get Wilson to chase. Wilson, Stacy, Chris, 3, 4, and 5 in the Beacons lineup. 1-2. Wasted way outside by Williams. In game 2, it'll be Landon Cheney to get the ball for Tech. We'll see who Bushnell will send out to the hill. They've got a deep bullpen. That has been their calling card this year. 2-2. That one hits him right in the small of the back, and Wilson aboard to start the 4th inning.
Third baseman Ethan Stacy.
Ethan Stacy, the batter. He flew out to center his first time up. Slightly open stance from the left side. Wilson, 6 stolen bases on the year with a short lead. That pitch bunted to third. Macy comes up with it and able to get the out. Sacrifice will move the runner over, even though I don't think that was truly a sacrifice attempt, but it'll go down in the book that way for the first out.
First baseman Cade Christ.
He was bunting for a base hit. But firm on that bunt, and with the third baseman, Logan Macy, playing in a couple paces. Made the play look routine. The batter's Cade Christ. And Williams pitched to him, a strike. Across the letters on the outer third, 0-1. Tech wearing the powder blue tops today. They do not wear them often, but they felt this is the day to wear them. Senior weekend. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Went with the octane, the premium on the inner half. Tied up Stacy a bit. It's nothing, actually tied up Christ a bit. And it's 0-2. Outfield playing very deep, especially in left. And the toss to the plate. A wasted fastball, high and in. Tim Williams, originally from Emmett, Idaho. Played his junior college ball at Big Bend Community College in Moses Lake, Washington. Looks back 3 times. That's going to be a ball. Automatic ball on the pitch clock violation on Williams. And I think it was that third look back that got that 20 seconds pass. We do not have a visible pitch clock here at the ballpark. It is kept by the umpire on the field. 2-2. That one's in the dirt all the way to the screen. And now down to third on the wild pitch goes Jordan Wilson. Ground ball, fly ball gets a run in for the Beacons. Tim Williams looking for a punch out here against Chris. Had the count his way at 0-2. It's been worked full. 3-2 delivery. Swing on and hit foul off the third base side. Having to tap dance in foul territory was the runner Wilson, as that ball was hit between he and Cody Anderson, coaching down there in the third base box. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. And from the full windup, Williams comes plateward. Breaking ball, got him. Williams with a huge scream right at Cade Chris to say sit down for the second out.
Center fielder Will Hudler.
So the batter, Will Hudler. Right-hander delivers to Hudler. And it's chopped towards first on an excuse me swing, and Tech's going to get out of it. He was just trying to hold up on a pitch high and tight, did Hudler. And he just hit a little 3-hopper to the first baseman Ortiz. He'll take it to the bag, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, 1 left. We go bottom 4. Tech still leading 5-0.
The cars we drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi, because whether you've driven 1 mile or 1,000, when you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
Leading off the Oregon Tech fourth, center fielder Dane Bradshaw.
Bradshaw, Syracuse, and Barry here in the Tech fourth. As Austin Wolf has settled down after that rocky first inning in which he gave up 6 hits. The pitch to Dane Bradshaw, hit down the line and left. Going to be a long, long run for Carson. He will get there, and it's just foul. Carson kind of loping to go get to that ball. Wasn't at a full sprint, it seemed like. I think it was more the fact he knew he wasn't going to be able to get to it. Last weekend, that's a double, with the wind blowing from foul pole to foul pole. Instead, it's just a long strike. Bradshaw grounded out to short his first time up. This his final series here at home. He is reclassified. He will graduate after this term. And the toss to Bradshaw, swung on. That ball ripped to deep left field. Drifting back, Carson over the shoulder, makes a nice catch for the first down. That's where his 6'5" frame out there worked in his advantage. Good piece that time from Dane Bradshaw, but 1 out on the board.
Second baseman Corey Syracuse.
The batter, Corey Syracuse, he popped out his first time up. Again, 18 seniors to be honored tomorrow. We got the final list. Of those seniors, 4 of which have been with the program for 4 years and have really been a part of, it was started by Jacob Garces and now Ricky Walker in terms of being able to change the culture. As Syracuse takes one high. That's Chase Adani and Matt Ortiz and Kalatam and Tyler Horner. And then you got a good group of 3-year guys, including this guy, Corey Siracusa, as he's late on a fastball. He and Julian Jones and Riley Cronin, probably the guys who are impact players. As that pitch hard hit ground ball towards second. Backhanded stop made, but the throw to first is offline. It'll be an infield single for Corey Siracusa. Nice play by Carganilli, but unable to get the throw to first. 8th hit for Tech on the day.
Shortstop Patrick Berry.
2 of those hits by this guy, Pat Berry. Worked the count in the first and hit a liner to left and then had a bunt single and scored back in the second. And the lefty's pitch to Berry bounces in, ball 1. 3rd time through the order. Tech didn't have a lot of success 2nd time through. 1 out, 1 on. And the lefty's pitch to Berry's a swing and a broken bat pop-up into shallow left center. It's going to drop for a base hit. Bat shatters at home plate, but Pat Berry gets himself a knock. You could even hear it coming on the swing. Pat Berry not going to be able to use that bat again.
Catcher Tyler Horner.
3-hit day for Pat Berry. 2 on for Tyler Horner, who hit a mile-high pop-up to center field his last time up. And the pitch to Ty. Checks his swing and a pitch down in the zone for ball 1. About every other year you see one of these composite bats break. Usually not on a warm day. Today, cooler than it's been. Temperatures will be in the 50s all day. As the 1-0 pitch to the League Player of the Year is way high. Going to be a good vote by the coaches as to who the Player of the Year is this year. Really, I think a 3-horse race. And Horner definitely in the midst of it. As a throw back to second, Siracusa's picked off. He was flat-footed out there, and the shortstop Stoner was able to sneak in behind him. And a good pick move that time by Wolf for the 2nd out of the inning. Easy call for the field umpire. So now you don't have to pitch as carefully to Horner. As that pitch lined to deep right center field. Drifting back, Jennings over his shoulder. Can't make the play. It's going to roll the wall. Pat Berry's going to score. Tyler Horner with his 67th career double and his 202nd RBI makes it 6-0 Tech.
Right fielder Julian Jones.
That ball laced over the head of Jennings, the right fielder. And Berry scores easily with 2 down. He was off and moving on the pitch. Mike O'Daniel to run at second base. Julian Jones, the batter. The pitch to Jones, downstairs and low for ball 1. Wolf has thrown 56 pitches. He has given up 10 hits and 6 runs. O'Daniel, great speed out there at second. And the pitch to Jones, a towering fly ball, straightaway center. Hudler should have a beat on this one. He'll wait and put it away, and the side is retired. But Tech will add to the lead on the double by Tyler Horner. A run on 3 hits, 1 left. We go to the 5th. It's now 6-0. Hustlin' Owls on the Owl Sports Network.
Experience is everything at Klamath Falls Toyota. Experience digital solutions like an online buying process, fast and easy. Estimate your payments. Nice. Value your trade-in and get pre-approved for financing. Do all the paperwork remotely. Choose in-person pickup or at-home delivery. We even offer airport pickup. Klamath Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
Papa Murphy's new cheesy stuffed crust pizza. Made fresh by us, baked fresh by you. Starting at $13.99, it's the hottest, meltiest stuffed crust pizza you'll ever have. Because it goes straight from our kitchen to yours. For fresh out of your oven, piping hot, cheesy goodness.
At Oregon Tech in Klamath.
Papa Murphy's new cheesy stuffed crust pizza. Made fresh by us, baked fresh by you. Starting at $13.99, it's the hottest, meltiest stuffed crust pizza you'll ever have. Because it goes straight from our kitchen to yours. For fresh out of your oven, piping hot, cheesy goodness. It's what stuffed crust pizza should be.
Tyler Horner with his RBI double in the bottom of the fourth inning has given Tech now a 6-0 lead. Bottom third of the order for Bushnell due up. And a swinging strike to the catcher, Nate Stevens. Horner 2 hits on the day, now 8 away from 300. I'm just going to tell you this, that doesn't happen often in college baseball. I don't care what level. As Williams misses inside, 55th pitch of the day for Timmy. And a lot of times it's because in college baseball, guys that are put up numbers like that aren't around for 4 years. 1-1. That's a line drive. Syracuse going to have to play a tough hop, and he made it. Oh, boy. Not an easy play for Corey Syracuse. But the kid from Mililani, Hawaii, able to stay down, wait for the hop, and make the play for the out.
Left fielder Dylan Carson.
The batter's Dylan Carson. At the Division I level, guy who's going to have that kind of hits, he's drafted by the time he's a junior. As the pitch called strike. Even at the Division II level, most of the guys that put up numbers like that, at least back in the day, would get drafted. Not so much nowadays. As Carson swings and pops it up right behind the plate. Tyler Horner has it in fair territory. 2 outs. And to the bottom of the order for the Beacons.
Second baseman Reese Carganilla.
So 2 quick outs here in the 5th inning. And the batter is Reese Carganilla. Carganilla is first time up, struck out. And he swings and lines one down the right field line. It's hooking into the corner and hooks foul for strike 1. I sent an interesting note to my colleagues yesterday about the way baseball is played in the Cascade. The fact that playing a 9-inning game here and a 9-inning game to follow, and 2 9-inning games hopefully tomorrow, weather permitting. And found out we're the only league in the NEI that doesn't play scheduled 7-inning games. As the 0-1 to Carganilla is a strike. There are leagues that will play all 7-inning games. Most of the leagues will play a 9 and a 7 in a doubleheader. Not in the Cascade. We play real baseball. 0-2. That one bounces in. Horner with the block. It's 1-2. There was a time where the Cascade would play a 9 and a 7 or a 7 and a 9. I think there was a point where there was 2 7s that were played as part of a series. I think it's been about 15 years since they've gone to all 9-inning games. 1-2 pitch. Swung on, fly ball down the line into right. Jones drifting back. He's into foul territory. He's got it to end the inning. An easy 1-2-3-5 for Tim Williams. We go bottom of 5, halfway home in the opener with Tech leading 6-0.
Said I'm all about it. Yeah, I'm all about it. Said I'm all about it. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oregon Tech in Klamath Falls is the home of Oregon's Polytechnic University. We offer hands-on experience from day one in our real-world teaching labs, and we produce some of the highest-paid graduates in the state, entering some of the most exciting and in-demand fields in STEM and healthcare. But did you know, we also have one of the most competitive athletic programs in the NAIA's Cascade Conference, all-season recreational opportunities, a thriving student life, and an average student-to-teacher ratio of 14:1. Get more out of your college experience with Oregon Tech in Klamath Falls.
The comfort of home has never been more important, which is why we're committed to delivering affordable, reliable power. Our reliability track record is 99.98%, and we're always working on new and better ways to go even further.
Tech will have the middle of their order here in the fifth. Matt Ortiz, Logan Macy, Kyle Tam, and Ortiz had a two-run base hit back in the first inning that gave the Owls the early lead, and they've extended it. He shows bunt, and that one, I think, caught him in the foot. They will say it caught him, and he's aboard. So Tech with a base runner. Didn't even get to talk about Matt Ortiz there.
Third baseman Logan Macy.
What I was going to say was we've talked about the success of Tyler Horner, but kind of lost in Tyler Horner's accolades is the numbers that Matt Ortiz has put up. As the pitch to Logan Macy is a strike. And Matt Ortiz holds the school record for sacrifice flies, but more impressively, holds the school record for runs scored. And he added to that total in the first inning. And the pitch to Macy, that one hits him. 2 on, nobody out for Kyle Tam.
The left fielder, Kyle Tam.
And his family here in town, I'm going to have enough dark chocolate macadamia nuts to last me the rest of the year. And I won't turn them down. Obvious bunt situation here for Tam, you would think. Guy who can handle the bat. He squares, takes a pitch inside and low for ball 1. Now, you have to change your philosophy with a left-hander on the mound in terms of where you got to get this bunt down. Third baseman playing in on the grass, as is the first baseman. Runner's going to go, pitch inside, throw through to third. Is bobbled, and everybody's safe. Tech rolls the dice. Ortiz will swipe third base. Macy takes second. Now you can take the bunt off. Ortiz was dead to right at third if it had been a good throw. But it was not by Stevens. And now the corner infield will come in with a 1-ball, 1-strike pitch to Kyle Tam. And it's high and away. The ever-dangerous Keanu Mizuta waits next. There is movement in the Bushnell bullpen off the left field side. It is one of the better bullpens in the Cascade. And the pitch to Tam, he swings at a fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. And the guy in Kyle Tam back in his high school days won a state football championship. The toss. And he swings and hits a fly ball into right center. Should be deep enough to score a run. Jennings underneath it. He'll make the catch. The throw will come through to third base. And Kyle Tam with a sacrifice fly. Add to the lead for Oregon Tech. It is 7-0.
The designated hitter, Keanu Mizuta.
And so Kyle Tam with that sacrifice fly pushes his total all the way back up now to, I think, number 4 all-time in sac flies. The top 2 are back-to-back in the order. Jones, number 2 in that category, and Ortiz, we talked about, number 1. The pitch to Keanu Mizuta, a curveball that's low. Interested to see how the Beacons pitch to Mizuta with first base open and Dane Bradshaw, a guy on deck, they've gotten twice. Mizuta struck out on a high curveball his first time up, or last time up, and he takes this one on the outside edge for a strike. Mizuta's first time up rocketed a ball into the left field corner for an RBI double. Macy at second with one away, and the 1-1 to Mizuta. He checked his swing. No, they said he offered. Strike 2 called. 7 runs, 10 hits for Tech. They've committed an error. No runs, 1 hit for Bushnell. They've committed 2 errors. That was the very first batter of the game that had a hit as Mizuta hits one foul off the third base side. Keanu Mizuta's sophomore year at Shasta had 5 home runs. Hit 1 a season ago. This year, 3 homers, 11 doubles for Tech. And the toss to him. Swing and a miss. That's a good pitch. Mizuta down on strikes. It's Bradshaw's chance to try to keep this rally going.
Center fielder Dane Bradshaw.
Same pitch sequence for Wolf that got Mizuta, I should say that got Calatam back in the third. Change up inside, elevated fastball away. As a toss to Bradshaw, swung on a fly ball center field, should end the inning. Hudler drifts to his right, makes the play, and the side is retired. Tech gets 1, but that is all. 1 run, no hits, no errors, 1 left. We're headed to the 6th, new score. It's Tech 7, Bushnell nothing.
Experience is everything at Klamath Falls Toyota. Experience digital solutions like an online buying process, fast and easy. Estimate your payments. Nice. Value your trade-in and get pre-approved for financing. Do all the paperwork remotely. Choose in-person pickup or at-home delivery. We even offer airport pickup. Klamath Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
Oregon Tech in Klamath Falls is the home of Oregon's Polytechnic University. We offer hands-on experience from day one in our real-world teaching labs, and we produce some of the highest-paid graduates in the state, entering some of the most exciting and in-demand fields in STEM and healthcare. But did you know, we also have one of the most competitive athletic programs in the NAIA's Cascade Conference, all-season recreational opportunities, a thriving student life, and an average student-to-teacher ratio of 14-1. Get more out of your college experience with Oregon Tech in Klamath Falls.
The comfort of home has never been more important, which is why we're committed to delivering affordable, reliable power. Our reliability track record is 99.98%, and we're always working on new and better ways to go even further.
We'll get it right this time. Jake Stoner to start it off for Bushnell. He came in the bottom of the first inning after starting shortstop Chase Nye was injured in a collision at home plate. And the delivery to Stoner inside and low from Tim Williams. It was a play where it was first and third. Tech picked to first, and Nye tried to score. And he did not try to slide and basically collided with Tyler Horner as the fastball's there for a strike. And Tyler Horner is not a guy you want to collide with gear on or without gear. 6'2", 215, as strong as an ox. 1-2 the count. He is that prototypical size you want at the next level. And that's why he will get a chance somewhere to play if he chooses. Williams 1-2. Swung on, popped up off the third base side, foul territory. I don't think there's room for Horner, and it will find its way out of play. The bigger question is whether or not Tyler Horner will have his name called in June when the first-year players draft happens. And Oregon Tech has not had a player drafted in a long while. 1-2. Swung on, line drive over Macy into left for a base hit. A pitch a little bit up in the zone, and Stoner able to get himself a leadoff single. First hit since the first for Bushnell.
Right fielder Albert Jennings.
Oregon Tech has had guys that have been drafted, but none since the program returned in 2002. They've had professional players, but not draft guys. As off the outside corner with a pitch. Ball 1 to Jennings. From the stretch, the delivery. Check swing and a pitch low. It's 2-0. Last guy to play professionally was John Scholes back in 2019. Last guy to play in minor league baseball was John Jefferson back in 2005. He was a free agent. Is that pitch broken again? The bat broke in the hands of Jennings. And it's caught out there by Bradshaw for the out. I can tell you this. In pro ball, I've seen many times where you see 2 bats broken in an inning. I've never seen 2 aluminum bats break in a game at the college level. One out here for Jordan Wilson.
The designated hitter, Jordan Wilson.
And Tech might have caught a break there. That ball looked like it was squared up on by Jennings. When you break the bat, just like you do in pro ball, ball's not going to travel like it did. Isaac Hill starts to loosen in the Tech bullpen behind Tim Williams. As the right-hander to the plate, curveball inside and low. The last Tech player to be drafted was back in 1990, and Tech had 3 players that year drafted. Keith Strange by the White Sox, Ryan Ridenour by the Phillies, and Jeff Ordway by the Padres. In 1992, they had 2 players drafted, but neither were playing for Tech at the time. As the pitch swung on, a high fly ball hit deep down the left field side, and that ball is foul. A long strike for Wilson. That year, Donnie Bellum, his son Braden, pitched for Tech a few years back. He transferred to College of Idaho when the Tech program was disbanded and ended up being picked in the 9th round by the Cardinals. And then a former Tech football player, a guy by the name of Benny Agbayani, ended up transferring out and ended up having a long career in the big leagues. As the delivery of the plate a little low to Wilson. And then this past year, Mark Kane, who was the longtime home run king for Tech, he was inducted into the Athletic Hall of Fame this past year. He was picked as well in 1982. As Wilson takes one inside, it's 3-1. Do they send the runner? 3-1. Stoner, good speed over there at first base. Williams set. And the pitch to the right-hander is fouled right back into the screen. Elevated the fastball to Jordan Wilson. Tech has out-hit the Beacons 10-2. Williams has reached 75 pitches on the afternoon, trying to work through 6 today. Healthy lead at first base by Stoner. And they will throw over. And back in will go the senior shortstop for Bushnell. Williams will try another 3-2 delivery. Fastball swung on, fly ball deep left. Tam going back, track, near the wall, he got it! Colin Tam climbed the ladder and made an outstanding play to take extra bases away from Jordan Wilson for the second out. In Springfield, that's a home run. Not here. 2 away here in the 6th.
The third baseman, Ethan Stacy.
345 down the line here at Steen Sports Park. That one was hit 345. But Tam climbed the ladder and made the outstanding play. Here's Stacy. He takes a change up a little high for ball 1. Boy, Tech's going to miss those corner outfielders defensively next year. They're going to miss Dane Bradshaw in center as well. It will be a new look team. That's for sure. 1-0 pitch. Low strike call to Stacy. The only guy on the diamond right now is the third baseman, Logan Macy, who will be back with the team next year. Everybody who's out there right now will be honored tomorrow. 1-1. Swung on ground ball to first through the legs of Ortiz and down the line. Stacy will hold after the error by Ortiz. And the inning is alive for Bushnell. The batter's Cade Christ.
The first baseman, Cade Christ.
Ortiz just did not sit down on that ground ball. And I think he was expecting a hop, and it didn't hop. And that's playing on dirt, playing on grass. You never know what that hop's going to do. Opportunity here for the Beacons with 2 outs. And Cade Christ, the batter. And Tim Williams' pitch to him is swung on and fouled off the first base line for strike 1. Again, we're coming to you live from Steen Sports Park here in Klamath. Runners at the corners with 2 away. The 0-1. Curveball down and away. Tech softball getting set to play at College of Idaho. They'll start at the top of the hour. We have the link for that broadcast. It is a $10 pay-per-view per game fee to watch those games. We have the link at OregonTechOwls.com as Chris checks his swing and it's fouled off. That was unlucky for the Beacons. It's the count to 1-2. Kyle Tam with a web gem out there in left on a blazer that was hit off the bat of Jordan Wilson. Couldn't hit a ball harder. 1 ball, 2 strike count to Cade Christ. And Wilson's pitch swung on, popped up. Right center field playable. Jones gives way. Bradshaw has it. The inning is over. Beacons threaten again, but do not score. No runs, a hit, an error, 2 left. We go bottom of 6 with Tech leading 7-0.
Papa Murphy's new cheesy stuffed crust pizza. Made fresh by us, baked fresh by you. Starting at $13.99, it's the hottest, meltiest stuffed crust pizza you'll ever have. Because it goes straight from our kitchen to yours. For fresh out of your oven, piping hot, cheesy goodness. It's what stuffed crust pizza should be.
The cars we drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi, because whether you've driven 1 mile or 1,000, when you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
At Oregon Tech in Klamath Falls, we produce some of the highest paid graduates in the state. We also have a competitive athletic program, all-season recreational opportunities, a thriving student life, and an average student-to-teacher ratio of 14 to 1. Get more out of your college experience with Oregon Tech in Klamath Falls.
Day is done for the starter, Austin Wolf, for Bushnell. He goes 5 innings, 7 runs, 6 earned, 10 hits, no walks, hit 2 batters, and struck out 3. They will turn it over to a right-hander. That'll be Jaden Soriano. And he will face Siracusa, Berry, and Horner here in the Tech 6.
Leading off the Oregon Tech 6, the second baseman, Corey Siracusa.
For Jaden Soriano, his 9th appearance on the year, a 2-0 record, a 4.50 ERA. In 10 innings, he's allowed 5 runs, all earned, 9 hits, 6 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Soriano, a senior from Honolulu, to face a fellow Hawaiian in Corey Siracusa. And the pitch hit right back where it came from. Leadoff knock for Corey Siracusa, his 2nd hit of the day. And Siracusa greets Soriano rudely.
The shortstop, Patrick Berry.
And to the plate comes the top of the order, and Pat Berry, who's 3 for 3, using a new stick. His old bat he's used all year. It's in the trash can. It broke his last at bat on a bloop single. And the pitch to Pat, taken high and out of the glove of the catcher Stevens, ball 1. Still remember in pro ball when after the game and guys would break their bats, and if you didn't have a good agent or someone who was supplying you with a good supply of wood bats, that you didn't tape them up to be able to use during BP, the kids would be standing outside the clubhouse waiting to get that broken bat from someone. Before I moved here to Idaho, I had so many broken bats in my garage that my son would get. As the pitch to Berry, an inside fastball for a called strike. One of them that I got rid of was actually a signed bat. Actually, I didn't get rid of it. I gave it to him by UBC skipper Chris Pritchett when he was in his playing days. 2-1. Berry takes a strike. Inside corner from Soriano. It's 2-2. And before we moved, I had that bat in there, and it was from when Pritch was playing in the Angels organization. Gave it to him, and he was like, wow. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled off by Berry. Tech, 7 runs, 11 hits. They've committed a couple errors. Bushnell, no runs, 2 hits. They've committed 2 errors. The 2 errors for Bushnell happened back in the 2nd, and it led to a Tech run. 2-2. And that pitch bounces in. Ball 3 as Siracusa took 2 hard steps as Soriano was delivering the baseball. I'm not sure if that might have caused him to miss. Isaac Hill throwing intently in the pen. Looks like we'll see him in the 7th. 3-2. Berry takes downstairs. It'll go all the way to the screen. 2 on for Tech, with nobody out for Tyler Horner.
Catcher Tyler Horner.
Tyler Horner is 2 for 3 with an RBI double. Huge spot here to play add-on in the 6th. And Soriano's pitch, that one down low for ball 1. Again, if Tech can hang on and win this one, they'll clinch the 3 seed in the Cascade Conference Tournament. And face either UBC or LC. As that pitch skied to right center field, fairly deep but playable. It'll be Hudler to make the catch. Siracusa will tag, and he will move to third base. So Tech with him at the corners with 1 out, a productive at bat for Tyler Horner. The batter is Julian Jones.
Right fielder Julian Jones.
Julian Jones had a base hit his first time up. Since then, Julian Jones is 0 for 2. He has popped out, he is grounded out. And the toss to him hits him. Add to the record for Julian Jones. He's been hit by more balls than anybody in program history. And he just adds to that mark here.
The first baseman, Matthew Ortiz.
And now a chance for Matt Ortiz, same spot he had in the first. When he delivered a run, pair of runs with a base hit. And the pitch to Matt, he went around on a slider. Strike one. Syracuse the runner at third. Barry's the runner at second. Jones the runner at first with one out. Soriano to the plate. And he's thrown two good pitches. He went slider to start, came back with a four-seam. Ortiz just trying to put bat on ball. 0-2. Inside with a two-seam. So slider, four-seam, two-seam. You think you're going back slider here? We'll see. Soriano's pitch. It was a two-seam again, repeated the same pitch. And Ortiz able to fight it off into the Bushnell dugout off the third base side. Nowhere to put Matthew Ortiz. Soriano's 1-2. And Ortiz, a protective swing, just got a piece of that four-seam fastball away. Tech leading 7-0. 3 on the base pass here in the 6th. Soriano's pitch swung on, popped up in behind first. Infield fly rule should be called. It is. And the play made by Carganilli for the second out. So Ortiz can't get the job done. The batter is Logan Macy.
Third baseman, Logan Macy.
Logan Macy had a base hit his first time up today. He has also been hit by a pitch. And he takes one low, ball one. A big wall back there by Stevens, the catcher. Not a lot of room behind home plate, but enough to allow a runner to be able to score on a wild pitch. A ball to the gap will score 3. And again, Macy able to watch one go wide. 2 balls and no strikes with 2 outs now here in the 6th inning. Jaden Soriano to the plate. That's a strike. Compact delivery for the senior right-hander. Easy arm slot. Loosely throws the ball to the plate. 2-1. Inside to Macy, and a wide one here would add to the Tech lead. So you're selective here if you're Logan Macy. The 3-1. Inside and low, ball 4. Give Logan Macy the run batted in. And Tech adds to the lead. It's 8-0.
Left fielder, Kala Tam.
And so a couple kids from Honolulu, both seniors, going to match up right here. Tam has driven in a couple today, and the pitch to him. Down low again, ball 1. So Barry now to third. Jones is at second. Macy over at first. And the 1-0 to Tam. High fastball across the letters. Called strike on the outer third, 1-1. Tam is struck out at a sacrifice fly and grounded into a double play as he swings and pops this one up off the first base side, foul, and it's out of play. So the count, Soriano's what? Tech with 4 in the first, 1 in the second, and then 1 in the fourth, fifth, and now 6th inning. Would love to put a bigger number on the board here in this frame. 1-2, high with a fastball. If Tam reaches, Kiana Mizuta would hit from the left side against Soriano. 2-2 to Tam. Outside with a fastball, and now the circus will start. Everybody will get a free start. The payoff pitch to Kala Tam. Here it comes. It's a swing and a fly ball center field. Hudler going back, still going back. It's over his head and off the wall. The bases will be cleared on a 3-run double from Kala Tam. And it's 11-0 Oregon Tech. On senior weekend, he comes through. Over the head of Hudler in dead center field.
The left fielder, the designated hitter, Kiana Mizuta.
That has to feel good for Kala Tam. And now Tech 3 outs away, believe it or not, from victory, as they have a lead above 10. And the pitch to Mizuta out in front of a changeup, strike 1. Kala Tam with a 4 RBI day. Ended that hitless streak in a big way right there. The pitch to Mizuta, outside with a fastball. 11-0 Tech. And there's now Tim Williams come out and try to throw a complete game. The toss to Mizuta popped up, third base side foul, and backing out of play. 4-run, 6th inning. I said you wanted to have a little crooked number up there, and boy, did it happen on a one big swing of the bat. Tech has out-hit Bushnell 12-2. 1-2 pitch to Mizuta, swing and a miss, and the inning is over. But not before Tech with a 4 spot. 4 runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. Isaac Hill will come in and try and close this one out. After 6, Tech leads 11-0.
The cars we drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi, because whether you've driven 1 mile or 1,000, when you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
The comfort of home has never been more important, which is why we're committed to delivering affordable, reliable power. Our reliability track record is 99.98%, and we're always working on new and better ways to go even further.
At Oregon Tech in Klamath Falls, we produce some of the highest paid graduates in the state. We also have a competitive athletic program, all-season recreational opportunities, a thriving student life, and an average student-to-teacher ratio of 14-1. Get more out of your college experience with Oregon Tech in Klamath Falls.
New pitcher for Tech is right-hander Isaac Hill. What an outing for Tim Williams this afternoon. We'll give you his line here in a bit, as Will Hudler will be the batter to face the hard-throwing right-hander from Grants Pass. And for Isaac Hill, first pitch fastball strike, 0-1. Hill 4-3, 6.99 ERA, his 12th appearance, his second in relief. In 47 and 2/3 innings, 37 earned runs, 47 hits, 24 walks, 31 strikeouts. And the delivery, a curveball, little high to Hudler. And the count is 1-1. Hudler 0 for 2. He has popped out. He has grounded out. As the pitch by Hill, a swinging strike. I mentioned Hudler's dad, Rex, the broadcaster for the Royals, had a 13-year big league career with multiple teams. As a toss to the plate, a slider down and away. Played for the Angels and the Phillies, St. Louis as well. Played in the World Series, I believe with the Phillies. 2-2 pitch to the plate. Swung on and fouled off. Tim Williams goes 6 innings through just 81 pitches. Gave up 2 singles, 2 walks, and struck out 3, trying to pick up win number 7. If the pen can hold it. 2-2. Swung on, line drive, base hit into right. Bushnell needs 2 runs in the inning to keep themselves in this ballgame.
Second baseman Nate Stevens.
And the weirder thing is that we've seen some crazier things happen here in the late innings over the last couple weeks. Again, Garrett Smith now playing first for Tech in Ortiz's spot. Hill's pitch is a little low, runner going to go, and into second base will hustle Hudler. First time today, Bushnell's had a runner in scoring position in less than 2 outs. 1-0. And Hill misses downstairs. Tackle trade. Outs for anything right now. Strike 1 on the outside corner to the left-hand batter from Eugene. I should say from Wisconsin is Stevens. Wanakee High in Wisconsin. 2-1. Swung on, fly ball, left center playable. Bradshaw has it. He'll make the catch, not deep enough to tag Hudler. First out of the inning. The batter, Dylan Carson.
The fielder, Dylan Carson.
Dylan Carson this afternoon is 0 for 2. He has flown out twice. And Isaac Hill stare back at second. The pitch to Carson, a breaking ball right there. Outer third for a called strike. Tech has a left-hander up and throwing in their bullpen. That's Brian McClellan. He's down there just in case. 0-1. That went in the dirt and to the screen on the wild pitch. And down to third base goes Hudler. Right now, it's just the batter that really matters for Tech. If you can keep Carson or anybody else in the dugout from scoring, you win. Runner at third, meaningless right now. 1-1. Inside and low. That one gets through Horner again, and a run's going to score. I think Horner and Isaac Hill got a little crossed up on that one. That one will be ruled a pass ball. And for now, the run unearned. 2 balls and a strike. And Isaac Hill to the plate. And it's popped up Off the third base side, Garrett Smith wants it. And he still makes the catch. Would have been called out anyway. As the runner coming up the line, Carson, took out Garrett Smith, and he still caught the baseball. Two outs, and Tech 1 out away from victory.
The second baseman, Reese Carganilla.
How did G make that play? Carganilla flew out to right his last time up. And the pitch to him, ground ball hit down the third base side, foul. Strike one. There was a play like that in the big leagues this week, a collision at first base. Two big guys collided, and it was like, oh my word. Those were two big guys going at each other right there. Carson never saw Garrett Smith as he was making a play on the ball. 0-1 the count. And the pitch by Hill. Curve ball lined to center field, and there's still life for the Beacons. The run now is earned. And to the top of the order in Stoner.
Your attention, please, running at first. Number 20, Dylan Haw. The batter, the shortstop, Jake Stoner.
So they will pinch run. Dylan Haw over at first, a junior from Oregon City. That's the run that keeps the game alive. The pitch by Hill way high. Ball one. So the run scored in this inning is now earned. The pitch, that's a strike from Hill. 1-1. Stoner had a base hit. That was off the starter, Tim Williams. 1-1. That's in the dirt again. Another wild pitch from Isaac Hill. Now a base hit keeps the game going. Stoner on the year, hitting 143, a homer and 5 knocked in. And they'll back pick to second just to keep Haw thinking. We are in the top of the 7th with 2 outs. 11-1, the Hustlin' Owls have the lead. 2-1 pitch, high again. Hill struggling to command the zone. Brian McClellan is ready in the pen if they need him. A left-handed bat, and Albert Jennings is on deck. 3-1 to the plate. Swung on a high fly ball deep left. Tam going back, twisting, turning, on the warning track. He gets there, makes the catch, and Tech is clinched. The number 3 seed in the Cascade Conference Championships. Not the most direct route for Kaala Tam in left. It was as courteous as you could. But he got there, made the play, and Bushnell will be the 4 seed in the conference tournament, most likely to take on College of Idaho. And Tech will take on the loser of the series between UBC and Lewis Clark State next week at the conference tournament. Final score, Tech 11, Bushnell 1. For Tech, 11 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors. For Bushnell, a run on 4 hits. They commit 2 errors. Winning pitcher, Tim Williams, 7-0 on the season. The loss goes to Austin Wolf. He falls to 2-2. No save in the contest. And this ball game played in 1 hour and 57 minutes. Game 2 will follow at 1:30 today. We hope that you'll tune in here from Steen Sports Park, I'm Mike Safford saying, have a great rest of your day if you're leaving us. If not, we'll see you at 1:30.
Oregon Tech in Klamath Falls is the home of Oregon's Polytechnic University. We offer hands-on experience from day one in our real-world teaching labs, and we produce some of the highest-paid graduates in the state, entering some of the most exciting and in-demand fields in STEM and healthcare. But did you know, we also have one of the most competitive athletic programs in the NAIA's Cascade Conference, all-season recreational opportunities, a thriving student life, and an average student-to-teacher ratio of 14 to 1.